Good morning, this is Steve O'Hare from Signal Centre, and today I'm going to look at the technical analysis outlook on WTI crude oil and Brent crude oil. Now I'm going to go through the charts, look at the different time frames. I'll start with the weekly chart and then drill down to shorter term frames, going to the 4-hour chart really to give us some levels to watch on a nearer term perspective. So let's have a look at the obviously, this is, the weekly charts are normally quite steady, but this is quite a messy chart based on the pandemic from last year, where we saw oil prices shortly after the start of the pandemic drop to right on this chart down to just $10. Obviously, we did see some of the actual physical oil drop below zero. Which was a once in a lifetime event, I think. But we've seen a pretty decent ABC correction higher, and the measured move target for this came in at 67.80, which we achieved the week of the 8th of March. Now, since then, we've got some decent resistance around that sort of level, and since then we've seen prices fall significantly, and now we've seen this correction higher back towards the $68 level, just shy of that. The last 3 days have been very positive indeed. We've seen the breaks higher, and we've seen also on the 4-hour chart, this will highlight some decent formations that we picked up early on. The first formation we looked at was this, well, we could say it was a double bottom. We could actually say it was a triple bottom, because you had the dip here, and the neckline of this formation was 62.20. So it's a level we were watching, and we saw when we broke up through it aggressively, it worked quite nicely, moved higher. The measured move target for this formation would be, you take the bottom of the move to the neckline and then extend higher, and that's what takes us up to this level as we've drawn here. So this is a measured move target around about 67.21, which is still playing out. In between that, we had another, on the 4-hour chart, we had another double bottom formation, a smaller time frame and a smaller one, which then we saw a neckline come in at around about 62.35. Again, a break of that had a measured move target up at the previous swing high of 64.33. So for us last week when we were chatting to you, 64.33 was the first resistance. The intermediate resistance was at 66.48. We're trading there now. So big decision time, bit of a pivotal level here. If we have a clear break and a close on the 4-hour chart above this line, for me that signals we are moving towards 67.80. Now what we do is we look at the previous resistance of 64.33. That turns into support now. We also have support down at 62.35 and 60.56. Below that we get 58.75 and 57.16. So very much focused on the upside at this current point in time, and obviously Wednesday we'll have figures out later on the oil inventories from the US, and we'd definitely get a reaction from there, but potentially everything is on the technical side of things on the short-term chart is pointing higher. Look at Brent crude. Again, we have a similar sort of chart in Brent crude. Brent trades at a premium of around about $3.50 at the moment. Sorry, $3.20 at the moment. We can see the prices here, 69.58 against 66.41 for the same contract size. And again, we're seeing we got a nice trend line formed here, which is we've really been testing, and this is quite an acute angle for a trend line. So we really can watch. If we do get a break of this trend line, it could be quite significant. But at the moment, prices are holding quite nicely. Now, on this weekly chart, we have decent resistance above. Currently this week it's coming in at 77.28, so it's a good $7 away, but that is the long-term downward trending resistance we have. We can see we've poked above it a few times, but that is the general line. It's a pretty thick line, but it's a pretty decent target level. On the daily chart, again, similar sort of price action over the last few days. We've seen this price is gapping up higher and looking pretty good. We can get the a high of the swing high of the 8th of March is 71.04, only 50 cents away. Sorry, $1.50 away from there at the moment. So not far off. Maybe the inventories can assist in nudging us up there today. But again, we've got the same type of resistance levels we're targeting at the moment. Prices trading around 69.51. This resistance, it comes in at 69.67. A break above there and a sustained close above there, sorry, and a sustained move higher targets 71.04, which we've already highlighted. From a support point of view, we would look for 67.53 to provide some support. But a stronger support would come in at 64.06, which was the previous lows, 61.43 and 60.19. Thanks for joining me this week. I hope that technical analysis has helped you, and look forward to speaking to you again next week.